I am very sure that you picked up on my surprise in yesterday's video when I indicated that, oh my goodness, it's here already. Yeah, I'd only ordered the thing on Saturday morning, and then Sunday, just before noon, it's in my delivery box. And in fact, the courier scanned it in at 11:57. And that's about the time I remember, hearing the bird hit the window, or so I thought. Anyway, we got other things to do. I can't go through this book. It's not a book review, but I am positive it's going to be helpful to us. I have seen only maybe, I was going to say 1%, but maybe a little bit more, maybe only 5% of this book so far. Some of the pictures I do recall seeing on the internet. As far as the drawings, the 3D artwork and the drawings go, I don't remember seeing any of those on the internet, so this is all going to be new. Yeah, I guess some of the stuff is, open to the public and anybody can do it, but a lot of the stuff that'll be in this book will definitely be copyrighted. I guess I'm going to have to be careful here how I copy it. Anyway, I think it's probably all right if you're looking over my shoulder. And that's sort of what you're doing. Well, we're up to page 25 here. Obviously, we don't have time to go through the whole book. I don't know if you can read that, but it says 336. Anyway, a lot of really interesting diagrams and what I'm assuming is going to be accurate paintings. Oh, this is kind of interesting. It shows you what's inside these various deck houses. Well, we'll take a look at them after. Won't be too long. We'll be mounting these on. Yeah. Let's continue on with our toothpicks. Now, clearly I'm going to have to leave this book in the other room. We're never going to get at the model here. So I started at the very back of the book, and I think I was looking for an index or something, but I'm paging backwards. I'm only back to page 319. And I find right where we're at right now. Here's these holes that I'm thinking of painting. And I'm looking at it, and I'm a little bit disappointed. I'll zoom in and I'll tell you why. Now, this is not an accurate drawing. Where's the toothpick? Unfortunately, my toothpick idea is not working. I suppose maybe if I was to sharpen them a little bit more spear-like, but what's happening is they're falling over as soon as I bump them. Now this brush here is the one that I used for the little hatch covers. It was okay for that, but I think that it's just a little bit too wide to get down that hole. This one here is probably a little narrower, but I don't like the way it's kind of fraying out. Maybe when it's got some paint on it, it won't. Maybe I could trim the end just a little bit. Anyway, I could try this and just see if I can just paint the edges. And yeah, I might be able to just paint the edges. We'll give that a try. I'm going to move the camera out of the way and do the best I can. If it's not going to work, well, I guess what can happen is if I do get it on the deck, I'll just touch the deck up. I don't want to have to do that, though, if I don't have to. And the paint that I'm planning on using is this one right here. You can tell by the color of the cap, it's a little bit lighter. It's what to me it calls deck tan. And I remember when we were doing our deck, I was finding that was just too light. It would be like a very sun-beaten weathered deck, I guess. But anyway, I didn't like it. I like what we got a lot better. Okay, I'll try just a little bit here on camera. I've trimmed the brush. You're looking straight down. You can't see the sides. Now I realize that I'm going to a lot of effort here. In all likelihood, the aircraft floats are going to cover this up and we're not going to see it anyway. Uh-oh. I rubbed the paint off there. Yep. Got a little bit too overambitious. Well, I know where there's more of that paint. Mind you, like I say, the aircraft float's going to probably cover that up anyway. Not perfect, but sure a lot better. At least now when I paint the supports that go underneath the aircraft floats a dark gray, they're going to stand out against this lighter color. And that was the whole idea of painting these little openings. When I was painting the hatch covers earlier, I noticed that I saw on the back of one of the breakwaters what appeared to be either the paint had been scraped off or there was reflection of the CA glue. And so I just put a little bit of paint on here. Well, actually I put too much paint on. And when this dries, I think it's going to be, it'll be flat. It won't be shiny. And it'll all just sort of blend right in. We'll just check it out in a couple hours and see what happens. Now right here is another place. I had to do a repair job right here. I accidentally broke this off somehow. And when I glued it back on, just right underneath the bristles, you can see the CA glue is kind of shiny. So I should really take and paint that over so it doesn't sort of stand out. And I'm noticing, like right here, there's a little hatch cover. And right here there's a hatch cover. Am I going to make it worse or better by trying to paint that or darken that? I don't know. Usually when I do something like this one right here, what ends up happening is that I end up getting onto the deck. And I can't mask, I can't mask it that accurately to use the airbrush. And there's a few other little raised areas, like you can notice. I'll turn my paintbrush over. You notice right there, there's a little raised area. Right there, there's a little bollard or something. Yeah. Now I know I did do these ones up here, and they seem to go fairly successfully. A few areas, a few little things like that I don't know if I should attempt it or not. There's already going to be a lot of larger stuff that's going to attract people's attention, so I don't know if I need to, go to take a chance on some of this really tiny stuff that I'm going to actually end up messing up the deck. Anyway, I'm just sort of thinking out loud here, which I do a lot lately. Here's another one. And another. Now, even if I was to use my finest brush, which is this one right here, and I was to try and paint this raised part of the hatchway here, I'm going to end up getting it on the deck. Guarantee it. Then when I try to paint the deck, I'm going to end up getting it on the edge of the hatchway. So it's a case of, it's almost better off just leaving it the way it is. And you can see by the size of the dime here, this is really, really small. Now here's that little part that we painted a while ago. And you can see that when the moisture, or the water evaporated out of the acrylic paint, it didn't leave it looking all globby, if you know what I mean. It's much improved. Now the port side anchor is not too bad. It's just a few little places there I'm noticing that it might be advisable to put just a little bit of paint on. And maybe right here. Now I know this looks shinier than it was before probably, but once that's dry, well, you remember from the breakwater what happened. Okay, now for the starboard anchor, that's the one that had the problem. There's quite a bit of CA glue on this one. I don't need to worry about trying to get the paint down inside all the little crevices. I just want it to look flat on the top where people look down on it. Now the chain was sort of a different shade of gray. It was a greeny gray, if you remember. Okay, we'll let that dry now, and then we'll check it out tomorrow. I spent a lot of time perusing through my new book, so I didn't get a whole lot done. Got to set up to do the airbrush thing. Okay, I have this tendency to want to poke at it again, but is there any other places here I should try and get it? Okay, once again, we'll leave well enough alone. And, all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for watching.